and capital P, that is put it as x power m into small p, and capital Q equal to y power n into q, this way, and here m and n equal to 1. Using some assumption, capital X equal to log x and capital Y equal to log y, and xp equal to capital P and yq equal to capital Q, where capital P equal to dou z by dou capital X, capital Q equal to dou z by dou capital Y. Therefore, this equation 1, capital P square plus capital Q square equal to z square. Now consider this is equation 2. Now check the general form of here. P is there and Q is there and Z is there. Function of ZPQ. Any one of you please respond. The function of ZPQ is which type? Please, any one of you please respond. Function ZPQ nandadana.
Third type.
Yes, very good. That type is ZPQ. Type 3 is small p and small q. Here also capital P and capital Q. For some transformation formula, Z equal to function of capital X plus A small y, U equal to X plus AY, then Z equal to function of U. By usual capital V equal to dz by du, and capital Q equal to A into dz by du. This one P square plus Q square dz by du whole square plus A square into dz by u whole square equal to Z square. Now check it here. Dz by du whole square equal to Z square by 1 plus A square. Take its square root on both sides. Dz by du equal to Z by square root of 1 plus A square. Therefore, variable separables are separating the variable dz and z and all one side, du and u and all one side. Here there is no u term, only du term. So du by 1 plus A square root of. Now integrating both sides, you'll get the complete integral. Now integral of this dz by z equal to log z. This one du will become u by square root of 1 plus A square plus c. It is wrongly written log x plus A log y. It is not log x plus A log y. U equal to original way. You can substitute here. Student, now check the last line. What are the arbitrary constant here? After substituting x and y value. Arbitrary constant x and y. Sorry, arbitrary constant c and a. Independent variable x and y. So, equal number of arbitrary constant and independent variable. Arbitrary constant equal to independent variable. Therefore, complete integral exists. For singular integral, does not exist for type 3 or type 5. Any doubt here? You can ask. This is the main thing here. If anybody having doubt, you can ask. Anybody having doubt?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Now we'll go to type 6. Type 6 we convert into type 4. Type 4 general form, left hand side function 1 of xp, right hand side function 2 of yq, and these should be equal to some constant value. And using this assumption, we'll get p value and q value, and substitute p value and q value. Neither of dz equal to p dx plus q dy. Now this is some result. If m not equal to 1 case, z equal to small z for m plus 1, and dou z by dou x equal to, you can write it this way. You have to remember that z for mp equal to capital P by m plus 1, z for mq equal to capital Q by m plus 1. And capital P mean dou capital Z by dou small x. The same way, if m equal to, here m not equal to minus 1 case, here m equal to minus 1 case, z equal to, we are taking it as log z, capital Z equal to small log z, and dou z by dou x equal to dou capital Z by dou small z into dou small z by dou x equal to 1 by z into small p. Therefore, this z power, bring it to here, z power minus 1 into small p equal to capital P, and z power minus 1 into small q equal to capital Q. Now the original function will become f capital P comma capital Q equal to 0 or f1 of xp, left hand side x and p, right hand side y and q. This is the procedure. This is a problem. This is very important problem. Many times it was asked. Solve z square of p square plus q square equal to x square plus y square. Now multiply this z with the bracket. So z square plus p square equal to z square plus q square equal to x square plus y square. Now this z square p square you can combine here. Zp whole square plus zq whole square equal to x square plus y square. Now you can check the form. f1 of x comma p, f2 of y comma q, and p means z power m into p, q means z power m into q. Now separate the variable x and p and all one side, y and q and all one side. This x square minus zp whole square equal to zq whole square minus y square. Here we are assuming z small p equal to capital P by 2, zq equal to capital Q by 2. For our assumption only, we are converting to single function, and capital Z equal to small z square. Therefore, x square minus capital P square by 4 equal to q square by 4 minus y square. Now, this is how the form f1 of x comma capital P equal to f2 of y comma capital Q. Type 4 general form is this one, x comma small p and y comma small q. Instead of small p and small q, here capital P and capital Q is there. After finding the result, we have to substitute for the capital P and capital Q. Now, this should be equate. Students, can you understand this step? This x square minus p square by 4 equal to q square by 4 minus y square equal to k square. Usually, we are substituting, equating k only for all the terms having square term there. So, we are putting this constant also square term, k square. Now, this x square minus p square is equal to k square, and q square by 4 minus y square equal to k square. This one. And here we are find out the p square. P square equal to 4 into x square minus k square. Therefore, capital P equal to twice of square root of x square minus k square. The same way, q square by 4 minus y square equal to k square, and the q square equal to, take it LCM, 4 of k square plus y square. Therefore, q equal to twice of square root of y square plus k square. Now, substitute this p value or the q value and here. D capital Z equal to capital P dx plus capital Q dy. Substitute this p value and q value and dx here, dy there. Now integrating both sides, it has a formula. Separate formula is there. X square minus a square and x square plus a square formula. This one here a is replaced by k. Therefore, its answer this twice of x by 2 square root of x square minus k square plus k square by 2 of cos h inverse of x by k. The second formula y by 2 square root of y square plus k square minus k square by 2 sin h inverse of y by. These are formula, straight formula. Now we can combine here. Any one of the students, can you tell me what are the independent variable and arbitrary constant here? Here one term is missing. Tell me what is the term? Z square equal to. After integrating, we have to put some constant c. No, that c is forgot here. You have put it c. C and k are the arbitrary constant. X and y are the independent variable. So arbitrary constant equal to independent variable. Therefore, which is the complete integral of equation 1. Singular integral not exists for all the types. Here this type 6. Here also not possible of single integral. And general integral exists. In a single line you can express single integral not exist and general integral exists. Any of you having doubt here? Just look at these steps. I'm showing from beginning. If any step having doubt, you tell me. I will explain one more time. Anybody having doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we found the p value and the q value. Substitute p value and q value in this step. dz d capital Z equal to capital P dx plus capital Q dy, and dz equal to this way. This integration have the straight formula only. So write the formula answer. Next problem. This problem take it as homework here. So Zp solve Zp plus x whole square plus Zq plus y whole square equal to 1. This is considered as equation 1. This is of the form, the left hand side x and z power mp, right hand side y z power mq. For m equal to 1 here, power 1 here, z power 1. So it is indicating m equal to 1. Now capital Z equal to z power m plus 1. That is m equal to 1. Therefore capital Z equal to small z square, and p equal to dou z by dou x, and q equal to dou z by dou y, and z power mp equal to p by m plus 1. So assumption z power mq equal to q by m plus 1. Therefore this zp equal to capital P by 2 and zq equal to capital Q by 2, and substituting these in equation 1. So equation 1 will become capital P by 2 plus x whole square plus capital Q by 2 plus y whole square equal to 1. Now this step separates p and x one side, q and y other side. So p by 2 plus x whole square equal to this 1 minus q by 2 plus y whole square. It should be equal to some k square, because all the terms having square term. Constant also you can keep it as square, k square. Now using these steps, see here. Our aim is to find the p value. So p by 2 plus x whole square equal to k square. P by 2 plus x whole square equal to k square. Therefore p by 2 plus x equal to k, and p equal to, take it LCM and subtract here, p equal to twice of k minus x. The same way 1 minus q by 2 plus y whole square equal to k square. Therefore this value equal to this one going that side, or this k square coming here, and this q by 2 plus y going to right hand side, and q by 2 plus y whole square equal to 1 minus k square. For q by 2 plus y equal to square root of 1 minus k square, and q equal to twice of square root of 1 minus k square minus y. So we got p value and q value, and substitute this p value and q value in dz. D capital Z equal to capital P dx plus capital Q dy. Therefore dz equal to, and p value this one and q value this one, p value equal to twice of k minus x into dx plus twice of square root of 1 minus k square minus y into dy. Now integrating both sides. Here 2 as it is, k minus x whole power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. Here this is twice of square root of 1 minus k square minus y whole square. Here the square root 1 minus k square only is there, so that is fully constant. Constant minus y whole square equal to constant minus y whole square whole power 1 here. So power 1 plus 1 by plus 1. So we'll get this step. Students, the second step is 1 minus k square square root. This is single term. Consider a, b, or t. So a minus y integration is a minus y whole power 2 by 2, and we are integrating with respect to y. Therefore minus coming denominator. This minus coming here. So z square equal to this z value. Z square equal to minus, this is capital Z, and capital Z equal to small z square. Small z square equal to minus of k minus 2 whole square minus square root of 1 minus k square minus y whole square plus c. Now what are the arbitrary constant here?
K and C.
Very good. Arbitrary constant k and c. And independent variable?
X and Y.
Very good. X and y. So arbitrary constant equal to independent variable, which is the complete integral of equation 1. Single integral not exist because c alone, separator c irukku. Adala single integral not exist. General integral exists. Single integral exists only for type 2. Claret form only single integral. All other types single integral does not exist. So up to this we are completing the topic. I'll show it from beginning. If any doubt arises, you ask me. So we found p value and q value. Substitute the known result and get p value and q value. So p equal to twice of k minus x and q equal to twice of square root of 1 minus k square minus y, and substitute here. Dz equal to capital P dx plus capital Q dy. Here so z square equal to minus of k minus 2 whole square minus square root of 1 minus k square minus y. This is the final answer. Yes, anybody having a doubt? Okay, we'll go to the next topic. Lagrange's linear equation. Students, this is very important topic. Definitely one sum coming from this part. This is very easy. Compare with all types. 6 types there, no? Compare with that type. This is easy. Anyone can answer easily without any struggle. Only simple integration only. First, identify the terms. So Lagrange's linear equation. The equation of the form capital P small p plus capital Q small q equal to R. This way equation arise. That is the Lagrange's form. Capital P small p plus capital Q small q equal to R. Is known as Lagrange's linear equation, where capital P is the and the capital Q and the capital R are the function of x, y, z. P means it's a function of x, y, z, and Q also it's a function of x, y, z. R also function of x, y, z, small x, y, z. To solve this equation, we are using the subsidiary equation or auxiliary equation. That auxiliary equation is dx by capital P equal to dy by capital Q equal to dz by capital R, where P is a function of x, y, z, and Q also function of x, y, z. R is also function of x, y, z. Now, this equation is called subsidiary equation or auxiliary equation. If the solution of the subsidiary equation, we have to get two solutions of this type. And the solution is u of x comma y equal to c1 and v of x comma y equal to c2. And the solution of the given equation is of the form phi of u comma v equal to 0. The equation finding two methods. One is method of grouping. Another one is method of multiplier. Method of grouping is easy. Most of the time it is asking for part A. Very rare occasionally it is asking for part B. And method of grouping is little lengthy, but that is also easy only. Some problem they are asking separately method of grouping, and some problem they are asking method of multiplier. Very rare occasion a problem contain one solution is obtained by method of grouping and another solution is obtained by method of multipliers. So first we have to see the method of grouping. So this is the first problem. Solve x square p and y square q equal to z square. Students, can I identify the general form of Lagrange's equation is capital P small p and capital Q small q equal to R, where capital P equal to x square, capital Q equal to y square, and capital R equal to z square. To solve this equation 1, it is enough to solve the auxiliary form. Now write the dx by capital P, dy by capital Q equal to dz by capital R, and dx by x square equal to dy by y square equal to dz by z square. Students, you have to remember that the denominator is in multiple form. We can get the solution by the method of grouping. Otherwise, the denominator is not in the multiple form, it is addition or subtraction. In between two variable, any one operation coming, addition or subtraction coming, so you go for the method of multipliers. The method of grouping is simple, method of multiply is little lengthy. So here the variable can be separable using any one of the method. By grouping. First two things here to group. Here grouping first two terms. Look at the first solution. Next second two, these two terms. First you have to group dx by x square and dy by y square. And the other grouping dy by y square equal to dz by z square. And third grouping is first and last. The ways of grouping is first and second and third, and first and third. For our simplicity, we are taking the two grouping first and second and third. So first and second, dx by x square equal to dy by y square. And x square means it's going numerator, x power minus 2 into dx equal to y power minus 2 into dy. Now apply integration on both sides. Integration on both sides. X power minus 2 integration, x power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. Here y power minus 2 integration, y power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 1. Plus some constant c. So x power minus 1 by minus 1, it means minus 1 by x. Here minus 1 by y. Plus constant or minus constant, all are same only. For our convenience, instead of plus c1, we are taking it as minus c1. Here also minus, and here also minus, and here also minus. In the right hand side two term, take it minus common out and cancel with the left hand side. So 1 by x equal to 1 by y plus c1. Our aim is to find out c1. c1 equal to 1 by x minus 1 by y. Therefore, the c1 is first solution, u equal to 1 by x minus 1 by y. The second one, other grouping, dy by y square equal to dz by z square. The same technique you have to adopt here. Y power minus 2 into dy equal to x power minus 2 into dz. Integrate on both sides. Integral of y power minus 2 dy equal to integral of z power minus 2 into dz. Therefore, y power minus 1 by minus 1 minus z power minus 1 by minus 1. Instead of plus constant, we are, for our convenience, we are putting the minus constant, minus c2. The entire thing here minus, and here these two terms take it minus common out and cancel the left hand side minus. 1 by y equal to 1 by z plus c2. Therefore, c2 equal to 1 by y minus 1 by z. Therefore, c2 is second one, v equal to 1 by y minus 1 by z. Therefore, the two solutions are the solution of equation 1, pi of u comma v equal to 0. It means pi of first solution is 1 by x minus 1 by y, comma 1 by y minus 1 by z. Equal to 0. Any of you having any doubt? Just see the answers and ask your doubts. Anyone of you having doubt? Just simple integration.
Sir, third integration பண்ணனும்னு சொன்னீங்களே சார், dx by x square and is equal to dz by z square பண்ணலாம்னு சொன்னீங்களே சார்.
என்னன்னா நமக்கு வந்து ரெண்டு சொல்யூஷன் தான் போதும். So solution வந்து pi of u comma v is enough. Pi of u comma v. அப்ப first second third இல்ல first third இல்ல நம்ம வந்து first second second third மட்டும் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டோங்க. நீ வேணா for our convenient or our different solution first second and first third எடுத்துக்கலாம். புரியுதாப்பா?
Okay, sir.
Any two types of solution is enough. சொல்யூஷன் எப்படி டிஃபைன் பண்றோம்னா பை ஆஃப் யூ கமா வி ஈக்குவல் டு 0 அப்படின்னு தான் நம்ம டிஃபைன் பண்றோம் சொல்யூஷனை. அப்ப யூன்றது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சொல்யூஷன், வின்றது செகண்ட் சொல்யூஷன். நீ என்ன கொஞ்சம் டிஃப்ரெண்டா பண்ணணும்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தேர்ட் கூட எடுத்து பண்ணிக்கணும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தேர்ட் பண்ணாலும் இதே மாதிரி ஒரு குரூப்பிங் வரும். குரூப்பிங்ல காமன் டேர்ம் கேன்சல் ஆகிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். அண்ட் நியூமரேட்டர் கொண்டு போயிட்டு இன்டெகிரேட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். டவுட் இருக்கா? எஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்?
No, sir. No, sir.
எனி டவுட்? புரியுதா? டவுட் இருக்கா?
No, sir.
Next problem, trigonometric function. Small p tan x solve small p tan x plus capital Q tan y equal to tan z. So this is of the form small p capital Q plus small q capital Q equal to R. Capital P is tan x, capital Q equal to tan y, and the capital R equal to tan z. Students, any difficult to identify capital P and capital Q, capital R? Please interact with me. Capital P, capital Q, capital R identify பண்றதுல difficult இருக்கா?
No.
Small p ஓட coefficient தான் capital P. Small q ஓட coefficient தான் capital Q. Right hand side இருக்கிறத we are taken as capital R. Right? Therefore, capital P equal to tan x and the capital Q equal to tan y and the capital R equal to tan z. The solution is, let's solve the question. The auxiliary form or auxiliary equation dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. P means tan x, q means tan y, r means tan z. P is tan x, q is tan y, r is tan z. Again comparing first and second and third. Here we are comparing first and second. First and second is dx by tan x and dy by tan y. And second and third is dy by tan y equal to dz by tan z. If you are comparing first and three means dx by tan x equal to dz by tan z. That is first and three. Here, the denominator tan x coming to numerator, it will become cot x. This tan y coming to numerator, cot y. And integrating both sides. Integral of cot x equal to log sin x. Student, they have to remember that formula. Integral of cot x equal to log sin x. Integral of cot y equal to log sin y. Plus, these two answer is in terms of log. Therefore, the constant also, you have to take it in terms of log. So, log C1. This place you have to understand very clear. All the answers in terms of log. Constant also, you can take it as log. Constant, log constant or ordinary constant or negative constant or positive constant, all are same only. Therefore, for our convenience, we are taking it as instead of C1, log C1. Therefore, left hand side, log sin x equal to log sin y plus log C1. Keep it this log C1 as it is. This log sin y, bring it to the left hand side. So, log A, log sin x minus log sin y. Log A minus log B equal to log A by B formula. So, log C1 equal to log of sin x by sin y by applying the anti-log. By applying the anti-log, the C1 equal to sin x by sin y. Therefore, U equal to sin x by sin y. The same way, other two facts. Dy by tan y equal to dz by tan z. Therefore, it's going numerator, cot y into dy equal to cot z dz. Integrating on both sides, log sin y equal to log sin z plus log c2. This log sin y minus log sin z equal to log c2. Log a minus log b equal to log a by b form. Log c2 equal to log sin y by sin z. Therefore, c2 equal to sin y by sin z and v equal to sin y by sin z. Student, if you are comparing first and third, what is the answer? Can any one of you tell me? For comparing first and third, here we take the two comparison only. First, second, and third only we are compared. If we compare first and third, yes, tell me.
Sin x by sin z.
Very good. Sin x by sin z. Very good. The solution of equation 1 equal to pi of u comma v equal to 0. Therefore, u equal to sin x by sin y comma sin y by sin z. equal to 0. The same way, let's take it one homework problem. Actually, I will stop the recording. If any doubt arise, ask me. Any doubt? Okay, so stop recording.